On December 15th, I will be running a contest and we will be giving away this awesome Marvel Spotlight number 7, featuring the third appearance of Ghost Rider. This is a thank you for all of you who have helped make this channel grow so rapidly. We hit 1,000 subscriptions in 4 months and it's still growing, and I'm already thinking about the 1,500 subscriber giveaway. So please stand by and tune into the channel on December 15th for your chance to win this. Thank you very much for all your support. Where it is torn. Yeah, it looks like it stops about there. Now, using wheat paste, it does create some beads, and I try to pick those up with the brush as best I can. So now let's go ahead and tear off another strip, and I'm kind of doing this off camera so you see what I'm doing. I'm just tearing a section off of my big sheet, and we're going to go ahead and tear this. No sharp edges, folks. We don't want that because that is going to cause a poor mend. It's not that it can be seen, it's just the sharp edge does not work. What you want something is so it's got these feathery edges, and they go in here like this. Alright, so let me go ahead and lay this down. Again, I'm going to tear the fibers. I don't want any more than I need. So it looks like right about there. Okay, so let's go ahead and same deal again. We brush away from the tear. Okay, so that piece of paper is down over that long tear. So again, we are going to put this back down. I'm going to add a little bit of moisture because, like I said, it does dry out fairly quickly. And again, I'm going to smash this down so there's no beads or bubbles or rough spots, and flatten everything out. So I'm happy with this. Now we have a couple of edge tears that we're going to have to address as well before, but we can actually join the pieces up. We can do that first. So I've got a tear right here. The rest of this looks fairly good. Of course, there's pieces missing up here. These edge tears, those are get filled in. Let's see, and I think we're pretty good over here. Yep, I think this is all good. So what we're going to do next is when we're rejoining this, we're going to reinforce this spine. So I am going to use a straight piece, and I'm actually going to put a second piece on because it is a cover, it's a spine. It should be thick enough, and we're not putting any paper on the outside of the spine because it's optically, it doesn't look correct. So let's go ahead and and I'm happy with everything here. It's starting to dry out, and the paper, as you can see, the paper's starting to curl and change colors. So we're going to go ahead and moisten everything again with the spray bottle, especially where we're going to be working. Okay. So now we're going to pull this back. And we're going to be very careful, as our motto here is wet paper is weak paper. So I'm going to carefully pick this up. And remember, we've done our repair over here, and we don't want to do anything to mess that up. So we're going to do our best, keep everything the way it should be. And this is coming up nicely. I'm going to put these goggles back on my head here, and I'm going to get my head in the way here, folks. So I apologize, but I'm just trying to line everything up the way it should be. I apologize if I'm not talking and telling you what I'm doing, but it's pretty obvious what I'm doing. I'm trying to assemble everything as best we can without tearing anything apart. And we don't want any gaps in here. So yeah, I'm kind of hunched over everything. Let's double check this. Yeah, see, it looks like we messed this up. So this is what I was talking about. Everything is removable. So I'm going to go ahead and redo this piece right here. And I'm going to show you how it's removable. I can just roll it up with my fingers. As you can see, it's kind of slimy, but there it is. That's our piece of Tengu-jo. I'm going to cast this off to the side here. And now we have a torn piece again, but I kind of need to redo this so I can line everything back up. But we'll fix it here in a minute. Okay. As you guys can probably guess, this is nerve-wracking at times. Let's get everything back down here where it should be on the image. Okay, that looks good. This all looks good. Looking for my tweezers here, and we have some little bitty pieces that are folded over here. We want to straighten those out and flatten them. We don't want any extra things in here, no snags. So this one I need to, and we got another tear I just spotted down here at the bottom, so we got to be extra careful with that. Pull this away just a hair. And if you're wondering why some of the people who actually do this for a living, I'm not one of them. This is a hobby for me. I'm not making any money. And I like making these YouTube videos so I can share with you how things are done. It's not magic. I don't get paid for this, but I do enjoy learning and sharing what I learn, be it good or bad, whether I make a mistake or not, with everybody. Okay, so this is looking good here. I'm trying to get these little teeny specks, because wherever there's a little speck in here that's folded over, it's going to make a bump. There we go. That's a piece of paper, and then there's some little holes in the book itself. So put all this back down, and everything that's missing in here, we're going to have to fill in with Japanese paper. And again, I apologize for my head, but I do need to see this stuff up close. All right. So now you notice we've got this gap right here. I got a raised portion in the book. I'm going to have to manipulate the page up here. I want to keep it in position down here. And we'll see if we can properly align the here while keeping this all together. So I've got a piece there that I've got to fix. This is starting to dry out and curl up here, so let's get this wet again. This top edge up here has got several little tears that need to be repaired. That one, this one, I may have created that one, I don't know. But this is looking good. I think what we want to do is lift this up just, I'm going to moisten this one more time. This video, I'm sorry people, it's getting a little bit drawn out. And I will do my best to not any more of your time. Okay, so I got this lined up, but now this doesn't look right. There we go. Okay, I think we got it. Okay. So we have to join the spine here with double reinforcement that I talked about, and then a single piece to replace this, the one we took off of here. So let me close this back down a second, and we'll re-wet everything. And there's nothing in here but water. Okay, so everything looks good here. All right, I'm going to pause this 1 second. I'm going to go reheat the wheat paste, and we'll come right back. Okay, so I've got the wheat paste reheated. When you use the warm wheat paste, once it cools off, it starts getting solid, just like anything else. And this is easy to make up. It's just wheat, it's starch, but it's professional restoration wheat paste from Lineco. So anyway, we've got this set up. So now we're ready to go. So now, as I said, I want to do a straight line on here. So to do that, again, we're going to tear our paper. So I'll try to do this some place where you can actually see it. So I take my straight edge up here, and I'm going to go ahead and tear it like this. So I still get those feathery edges that I want, but I also have a straight line. So you can see right here. And I'm not going to waste this. I do have that straight edge there. So let's go ahead and lay this back down like that. And I'll put this over the top and we'll tear it again. And this part, this is just something we're going to discard. All right. So there you have it. Now we have our nice feathery edge that we want. It's in a straight line, and we can just lay it down lengthwise right over here, and we stay within the white parts. Okay, so next thing we're going to do, I'm going to take that wheat paste again, and we're going to run it right down the middle here. And this is just a base coat. I mean, it's just like anything else with paint. Put down your base coat. And yes, I am painting this right onto the Hollytex because I know it's not going to stick. Now, after we're done here, with this repair, we're going to move everything to the heat press. I'm going to dry this under pressure and mild heat. And to be specific, I'll put it in the heat press under pressure, and I will turn the temperature up to about 140 degrees Fahrenheit. That's enough to evaporate off the moisture from the paste. There we go. I still got a little gap down here, but that's all right. So now we'll take the wheat paste again, and same deal. We just brush from the inside out. Remember, we're going to do this again. We're going to put a double layer on here, just because I want to reinforce the spine, especially since we have such big gaps. And these are the beads I was talking about. I don't want these. I'm trying to move fairly quickly through here, mainly because I don't want this wheat paste to completely dry out on me before I get the second part of this on. Okay. I still want to put down a little piece here that I missed, like that. All right. All right, so now we got this fully covered, and it's transparent. So let's go ahead and take our sheet here again, and we'll tear another lengthwise piece. Let's see here. Yeah, we'll just go like this. We'll do a couple different pieces here. And if you're wondering where we get a lot of the materials, I should say, I get a lot of the materials. I'll put the links in the description. That looks pretty good. Let's just make sure we got enough feathers out here. We do. I'll tear this just a little bit. I don't like this. The edge is a little too straight, but I think all in all it looks pretty good. Alright, in this piece, I am going to start at the bottom here and make sure everything is covered this time. Alright, that stops about an inch short. So let's get another short piece here. No, that didn't come out very well. And folks, this paper lasts, it goes a long ways. My colleagues and I, we talk regularly, and we work with this a lot, and I'm babbling, but basically what I was trying to say is that the Japanese paper is readily available from different sources. I'll put the source that I use in the description. Most of my glue products are from Lineco, and Lineco is a professional company. Document repair is done using very specific materials. We don't want things to show. And what we're doing, again, I just want to reinforce this, is conservation. What we're doing is taking these old comic books, we're not trying to make them more valuable. If that's what you're after, this does increase the value. When it goes in to be graded, it is going to be conserved. It's a relatively new grade at CGC. It's still having growing pains. Recently, my colleague, Dr. Paul, interviewed Matt Nelson from CGC, and he had a discussion about deacidification and cover cleaning, and I'm hoping that this will change, because a lot of the cleaning that we do with deacidification, it actually cleans a lot of dirt off, and which is also a contaminant. So we have a lot of people, myself included, that suddenly are getting purple labels on books that shouldn't, because we are using conservation methods. So hopefully that'll change in the future. And people wonder about the value of a conserved book versus a standard blue label. Well, right now, a purple label is worth about a quarter of what a blue label should be, and a conserved is generally running about 50% to 60% of the blue label value. Hopefully that will change in time. Okay, so the spine has 2 layers of Japanese paper on it, so it is rebonded. I'm going to go ahead and close this again, and we're going to spray it, smooth everything out. And I'm going to work with the tear seals, and I can tell that I've shot enough footage here that I'm probably killing you people in the YouTube video, so I'm going to have to edit it down. I don't like having long drawn out YouTube videos any more than you do, but I think you got the gist of what we do here. And in the next video we'll continue to address the cover. I'm going to go ahead and dry it, and we'll trim up the excess Tengu-jo, Sorry, I got corrected. So we're all set here, and we'll see you in a little bit. Okay, the book has been dried in the heat press under pressure. So I've already taken the liberty of loosening the top piece of the Hollytex. And we'll go ahead and flip this over, and I'll show you how we release the Hollytex. It does stick a little bit, but we just take and slide the spatula underneath and just kind of chisel it away. So I'm just going to work up the spine here. I should say it's new spine. Okay. Got our tear seals over here that we gotta get loose. There we go. All right. So what we have here is the repairs. You see the overhang of the excess Japanese paper, which we're going to trim away. The seals are the tear seals are completed. We're back in one piece. So all in all, looks pretty good. All right, we'll continue on here in a little bit. Okay, so what we want to do is we're going to go ahead and use the straight edge, and we're going to trim off this excess Japanese paper. And I have my trusty number 23 scalpel here. So we have a nice, clean, sharp cut. And we don't want to trim off any of the comic book, just these pieces of paper. Okay, set those off to the side. We'll rotate this. Get this one little edge piece over on this side. Now a lot of times these tear seals, or these tears, don't show up until it's dry. Once it's wet, it's kind of hard to see. I've got some splits right along here, but they look like they're fairly well together, so I don't think I'm going to mess with them. And the top of this side had lots of deeper splits. So I used one singular piece to go across the top. And this is part of the spine repair. Okay, and one last piece over here. Okay. All right, so there we have it. We've taken a book that was relatively in 3 pieces. We've reassembled the bottom half to this half and this half to this half. So all in all, I'm pleased. We do have a gap in here, but that's something we're going to have to contend with. There's a little bit of pulling, and I don't want to reset the paper just to fix that. Not this one. So it's very pliable, as you can see. These covers are a little bit thicker. So I've got a crease in here, but that is, it looks more like a binding crease. When they would drop these off at the newsstands, they'd strap them with a string or something like that. And this fold goes all the way through on the cover. There's not much to do about that. It's a weakening of the cover, but there's no repair that can be done to it. So, all right. So I'm happy with this. That's what it looks like folded over. You can see the new spine in here and the filler pieces. But all in all, I'm pleased with the way this came out, and we'll work on the inner wraps next, and then we'll reassemble the book and see how it comes out.